our kids, they got to deal with riffraff of, being worried about being shot going to certain schools, but at the same time, they don't have to go to the predominantly white schools and be bullied on in that environment. Tara saying, no, Tara, it's not elitism. Thanks, Miss Porter. Africa, I would love to hear more about the Homeschool Association. I think that's super dope. And I think we need to start thinking more about that.
More so for my son. My son hasn't never been through anything like this, and I feel like they should have handled this differently.
I'm on YouTube, yo. What's up, YouTube? Trying out my new setup. You are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. And we are talking about the young black man, the young black child. He was 11 years old, arrested by the police for refusing to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, y'all, there's so much to that, but let me tell you what. I can think back to a time when a young lady in my family, at a very young age, had the police called on her by the principal.
Why?
Because some white girl didn't feel as though she was as friendly. You know, like, you got to be a smiley black person. White folks feel like if you ain't smiling and cheesing, then she was upset that she won't be my friend. Like, I teach our kids, we tell them, you ain't got to be nobody's friend. You don't know nobody nothing. You go to work, you go to school, you do what you're supposed to do at school. But I just remember getting the phone call and the police being called on this young child, and the young child
She didn't want to be
friends, and the principal and everybody saying she's not friendly. And they called the police, and then the principal and all these people were like, well, everything's okay. It's just that, but here's this young black child in a room after seeing everything that they see on TV.
traumatized.
And you got a police officer with a gun and a badge and it ain't officer friendly to black kids.
Traumatized.
Y'all, what do we do for our kids? Let me go to the phone lines. Mama D, you on the Talk Chicago 1690.
Good morning, my favorite host.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you for taking my call. A kid is an animal being with 4 legs. A child is a human being person with 2 legs.
Okay, child. I'm sorry.
No one can pray in school today because one woman did not want her child to pray in school because she was not a Christian. And she asked that her child be excused. The school refused to let her child hang around in the hallway when that prayer was going on. She sued, and she won. Now, nobody can pray in school. So my question is this. Since the child was arrested and it was dropped, that means that's false arrest. And suppose this woman wanted her child to pledge allegiance only to God. She didn't want her child pledging allegiance to a flag or anything else based on religious reasons. What do you think would happen then?
Oh, I don't know. What you think?
I think that she should too. I think it was ridiculous when black children have to be punished for having hair that's woolly and like the Messiah's and not straight like somebody else's. I think it's ridiculous. I think she should sue based on religious grounds. I pledge allegiance to God. Making me pledge allegiance to anything else violates my freedom of religion rights. And she should go take it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and she will win. And nobody will ever be allowed to pledge allegiance.
Oh, Mama D, trying to put it down. Let's go to. Hello, you took the name down. Hello, caller?
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
When I was in school, the only excuse me.
Turn that radio down in the back.
When I was going to school,
Turn that radio down in the back.
I don't have my radio on. The only people that were not allowed to do the Pledge of Allegiance was the Jehovah's Witness, and it was very understood that they did not have to involve their children in saying pledging to the flag or anything else because it was against their religion. Jehovah's Witness is known for that. And furthermore, why don't they lift every voice and sing? Maybe you might have been comfortable with that.
That sounds like Professor Williams, Eugene Williams, always getting people to sing it. Temple, you on the Talk Chicago 1690?
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call. Just wanted to say that I had a wonderful teacher. First example, I attended Marva Collins Westside College Preparatory School. We never did Pledge of Allegiance. I didn't know it. I went to Catholic school. They said I transferred in 6th grade. They were saying it. Some children said it, some didn't. I didn't know it, so I chose not to say it. And even when I did become familiarized with it, I chose not to say it. Black schools such as Betty Shabazz are not doing Pledge of Allegiance. So it's like an indoctrination for your children. And of course, as your guest so eloquently put it, you have to prepare your children, stand, fight with them. Believe it or not, even if you aren't aware that they're conscious and they're watching you and they want to make moves. So you have to make moves and protect them whenever they stand up.
Thank you, my sister. David, you got the last call. David.
Yes.
You got the call. Come on.
Yes, sir. Thank you, God. I just don't understand how a couple weeks ago you get a white kid who knelt just like Colin Kaepernick. He never got arrested. But the white kid had no charges, but the black kid did the same thing. I just don't understand why.
Really? You don't understand why? Are you serious?
Here's the thing, the Supreme Court has already decided on this. Like, this is not something we have to, know if it's right or wrong. I'm pretty sure, and I'll look it up, the Supreme Court has decided that you do not have to stand to the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem.
But how about this? You saw what happened to Colin Kaepernick, right? And you saw
he got that check.
He got that bag. We don't know how much.
It's a big one. I know that.
Right. I heard it might be like 60, 80 million.
I heard a little bit more than that. It's a big one.
Well, they can't let nobody know that. But I guess y'all, here's what we got to do. Remember I keep telling y'all about a plan to protect our kids and protect us, and what we going to do, y'all?
Yeah.
We need a plan, and I'm just telling y'all, black folks, we under attack, and they don't care about your kids. They don't. They will. Did you see the picture of that dude hitting that 7-year-old and drove away yesterday? They don't care about y'all kids. It's Talk Chicago.
Hi, my name is Taylor Wallace in the 8th grade. Going
Neither
to
does
National
Pat.
Teachers Academy. Please save my school.
Hi, my name is Marie Crawford. I am 8th grade at National Teachers Academy, and please save our school.
Just think about that. And that was the black woman was trying to get rid of the school. What you think white folks gonna do? It's Talk Chicago 1690. We'll be back.
Live from the WVON newsroom.
Hey, Rago Babo. Is the Rago Babo out there rocking? Uncle May's got your back. Way back. Yeah, I got a cool setup. I wish y'all could see my shit. I'm fresh. Look at that. Dual cameras. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? See, y'all getting the whole 3D experience.
Dr. Allen is on the line.
So, hey, Dr. Allen.
That's from Lincoln University?
Yeah. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Have y'all shared the broadcast? Y'all don't be acting like y'all want to share the broadcast. Y'all gonna get me. I see some of y'all done snuck over to YouTube. I see you over there. I see y'all over there. The No PC Show. Dang, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Y'all, did y'all miss the YouTube broadcast? Don't get excited. Might not be there. I'm just gonna do YouTube for the last hour. Take a moment, share the broadcast. What up, Ready Rock? Hey, Rago Babo. Everybody say, don't y'all call her Rago Babo. Everybody say hi to Reagan. Say hi, Reagan. Thank you for sharing, Tanya. What up, Leah Charrier? What up, Pata? What up, Rago Babo? What up, James Matthews Jr.? What up, Sharon Ugochi? What up, Richard Robinson? What up, Jeanette Braids? Oh, Lord, the way you back? You don't, just the last hour. What up? Marva Collins. Marva Collins said we the only people sending our children to the enemy to be educated. I see y'all sneaking back over there. Get back over here. Get. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm just being silly, right?
Of course, you're not going to read all this, but that's her bio.
Man, she the president of her alma mater. Yeah, I need to read this stuff the day before. Take a moment, share the broadcast. Let me see what's going on YouTube. All right, y'all. All right, so who's rocking? What's oh, what up, L Jizzle? You like, because you don't do social media. L Jizzle, it's good to have you back, my brother. Good to see you. What's up, The Way? Maze, where you talk about the redistricting that's going on in New York, Chicago, California, because they're losing so many black people. Yeah, I will talk about that. That's why one of the other reasons that these elections are so important. We getting ready to get jammed. And also, I want y'all to think about this whole voting rights thing that they're pushing now. The reason that they're pushing the Voting Rights Act is because they're about to use it for the Latinos. Suckers. Black lollipop.
Dave Axelron said he's traveling. He can't do anything.
Of course.
But your story here, 7 to 7:30. I'm reaching out to them now.
Okay.
You want 7 or 7:30 for this, or either?
Either one.
Okay.
Just let me know, though, whichever you confirm, so when I do my rundown, I have it in the right spot. Y'all ready? Can you do something from Purple Rain, like Baby I'm a Star? Yeah, do Baby I'm a Star. Y'all don't even know that song. Look, we about to expose them again. Y'all know I could do Darling Nikki again. I knew it, girl. Okay, so how many black people do y'all know outside of Hyde Park that's voting for Tony Preckwinkle, for real? How many do you know,
So
Jasmine?
who's saying yes in these polls?
The people in the 4th Ward.
It ain't that many people in the 4th Ward, though. Is it 4th Ward or 5th Ward?
She's 4th. My joint is dope. Look at that. I'm so fresh. I'm so glad I bought this stand.
Both of them?
Yep, now I'm about to get me a...
Oh, it holds 2 phones. Okay. Hey, YouTube. What up, Facebook?
Take a moment, share the broadcast. You too, Ubers. Y'all like, never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. All I really wanted one time. See, okay, so Baby I'm a Star is when I gotta go. Gotta get it right. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Dang. Look at Maze, Kenny, and Vince 10 years ago. This was the Three Amigos 10 years ago. Y'all know nothing about that. That's Vince Bass, Maze Jackson, and Kenny Johnson. That's our Kenny. 10 years ago. Good Lord, we've been on Facebook 10 years? Dang. Dang. Where was life 10 years ago? I'm going to have to find that poll that I put on Facebook. I said, do y'all think Facebook will ever be a big deal? And people's like, hell no, nobody care about this for the kids. Over. Tell me, do you like what you see? Hey, I ain't got no money, but honey, I'm rich on personality. Hey, check it all out. Baby, let me know what it's all about. Before the night is through, you will see my point of view. Even if I have to scream and shout, cause baby, I'm a star. Whoa, whoa. You might not know it now, baby, but try on it, I'm a star. Whoa. I don't wanna stop till I reach the top. Sing it. Hey, look me, listen. Tell me, do you like what you hear? If this don't turn you on, just say, baby, I'm gone. No, ain't nothing wrong with your ears. Hey, take it all out. You better look now, it just might be too late. That's gonna change your mind. Take a picture, sweetie. I ain't got time to wait. Cause baby, I'm a... Whoa, might not know it now, baby, but Triona, I'm a star. Whoa, I don't want to stop till I reach the top. Sing it. Everybody say, nothing comes too easy. When you come, baby, nothing comes too hard. You see what I'm all about. Everybody gotta scream and shout. Baby, 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 baby. Woo! Might not know it now, baby, but try on it. I'm a star. Ooh, I don't want to stop till I reach the top. Sing it. Ooh, I don't, baby, 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 I'm a baby, baby. Ow, ow. Hey. Y'all must start singing. Must start. Oh, yeah. Doctor. Ooh. Baby, must Doctor. You are tuned in to the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM. I'm your host, man. You see I'm sweating. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the mic. I gotta catch me some breath.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming, tuning in to WVON 1690 on the Maze Jackson Morning Show with me, Jazz Turner, and of course, the man, Maze Jackson. He's tired, y'all, because he just lived out, you know, being a dark-skinned brother during the time when light-skinned and curly hair was in, and now chocolate men are in.
Doctor!
So he just had a chance to perform that Prince song, but we back.
We are back, and you know what? We are back, and y'all, we are back in the midst of Black History Month. You know, I think that one of the things that we always talk about in the government realm, oftentimes, is HBCUs.
Yes.
You know.
I'm an HBCU grad, so you know I get excited about when we talk about HBCUs.
Well, you know what? So I'm excited about this because it seems to me. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. Remember when they had the big meeting earlier and President Trump had all the HBCU presidents in and everybody was like, "Ah, your Uncle Toms, your sellouts. How dare you take a picture with President Trump?" Well, now you all, apparently there are two bills in the Senate that have just passed the Senate. The first bill is the HBCU Partners Act. Did you know that 43% of the money from traditional state institutions comes from government contracts and government allocations and grants, etc. In contrast, only 1% of that funding goes to HBCU. So that is the first law that is being proposed. And then there is the HBCU Preservation Program. Now,
is this under the racist President Trump that everybody is what?
Well, see, actually, this was originated. It's bipartisan legislation originated in the Senate. Now, the Senate bills were Tim Scott and Chris Coons for one of them, and Kamala Harris and Lindsey Graham. Now, those are names that you might not expect to see collaborating on HBCUs. And oftentimes we hear about the negative of what's going on in Congress. But here to talk to us about the positives is Lincoln University President Brenda Allen. Brenda, welcome to the WVON Morning Show. How are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you. For the opportunity.
Well, thank you for being here. Now, you are the president of Lincoln University. Tell our listeners where Lincoln University is, and is it an HBCU?
Is it an HBCU? Lincoln University is located in southern Chester County, Pennsylvania. And not only are we an HBCU, we are the first degree-granting HBCU in this country.
Wait, what?
We've been founded since 1854.
Wow. So talk to me about the importance of these two bills and why are they important? Because, you know, you were quoted all over the place saying that this was epic. Talk to me about why this is important.
Well, I think it's important for a couple of reasons. So first of all, the statistic you quoted, I just really became aware of, but that HBCUs, while we educate about 300,000 students, mostly African American, we're only receiving about 1% of federal grants on our campuses. And the thing we know about federal grants is that they do two things, well, at least two things. One is that they help faculty on our campuses contribute to science and moving knowledge along. But second, it provides very important opportunities for our students to be able to engage in research. And so to enact a bill that will allow greater participation for HBCUs in this process really will allow our faculty more access to dollars that are needed to push their ideas forward. But second and most of all, it's really will have a great impact on student success, because the thing we know is that students who engage in hands-on, high-impact activities such as undergraduate research tend to feel learning at a deeper depth and are able to apply the things that they learn across their curriculum, which allows them to actually go out and be more productive as they go into the job market.
Hi, Dr. Allen. This is Jasmine. I am an HBC graduate of Grambling State University, so I'm so happy to have you on the show this morning. One of the things that I've learned is that HBCUs, they create, I think it's a large percentage of the Black professionals in our community. So your doctors, your pharmacists, those professional degrees are coming from HBCUs. Do you know the percentage for those?
So the most recent percentage may be about 25%. So while we only represent maybe 3% of all of the universities and colleges in this country, we still produce about 18 to 20% of African Americans who receive baccalaureate degrees, and of that percentage, a large majority go on to become lawyers and doctors and other professionals. So absolutely, we're still disproportionately contributing to the professional class of African Americans relative to the number of institutions that we have.
And that's why it's important that we receive more funding, because although we only educate a small group of Black people, we're not getting the funds to support that.
Dr. Allen, thank you. Well, let me back up. I got a quick question for you. Do you feel as though, well, let me back up. This legislation is passed the Senate, but it has not passed the House, and it has not been signed by the president. What is the response from the House of Representatives, and do you expect that the president will sign it if it makes it to his desk?
Well, as you said in your intro, back in 2016, 2017, there was a big fly-in for HBCU presidents to go to Washington for the White House initiative on HBCUs, and at that point, many proposals were discussed, and this is the kind of thing that the president and the United Negro College Fund and the Thurgood Marshall Fund all were advocating for, and so to see it move this far and to have the kind of bipartisan support that it has in the Senate, we're just hopeful that it will continue to move forward.
Now, let me ask a question. If it does get to the president's desk and sign it, and he signs it, would this be something that he could say he did that to help Black people? Would the presidents acknowledge that?
Well, I would hope so. I mean, the HBCU initiative is specifically designed to give greater support to a collection of institutions that continue to do a great job in creating the workforce for the 21st century. And as I said, we disproportionately educate students of color, but we also disproportionately educate students from low-income backgrounds. And so if we really believe that education is the great equalizer, then to invest in our institutions is really to invest in this country.
WVON fam, that is Dr. Brenda A. Allen. She's the president of Lincoln University, the oldest historically Black college and university in the country. And Dr. Allen, we look forward to supporting you, and we can't wait to see that funding come through, because we know how important our HBCUs are to the lifeline of Black people. Thank you for taking time out to be with us this morning.
Thank you for the opportunity. Have a good morning.
All right, you too. It's the WVON Morning Show. We'll be back after traffic news and traffic and the weather. No news.
More of the morning show with Mace Jackson coming up.
Somebody said Prince is sitting up in his grave. It was like he on his way to the radio station right now. Look, Prince, if you come and wait till I leave.
Woo! Baby, I'm a star! That used to be my jam.
He's been waiting to perform.
Baby! I'm gonna do it at my
Did you do it at your karaoke?
No, but I'm going to do it. I can't never think of my good songs. I'm gonna have to start writing them down. I could do a whole. So what I really wanted to do for my party was to have. Well, one of these I'm gonna do it. I wanted to have a karaoke party, and me and Carrie were gonna do the Carter's album.
The whole album?
Do the whole, like, perform and do the set. I feel like, so one of the things I want to do in my life one day is a concert. Now, I feel like it's like all part of the stuff that we're talking about. I have all of these things that I wrote, like all of my commentaries and stuff, so I'm thinking about doing like a one-man show that it's like a combination of conscious, it's just weird. I got a bunch of stuff in my head. But one of the things I do want to do is do like the Carters, do all the photos that they did and replicate it, and then it just be me and Carrie as part of our branding for Chicago's Black Power couple, right? Because I got a vision for that. And I could be like, man, like realistically, if things continue on this trajectory, like we really could be. But again, it's like one of those things where I'm hesitant to say it out loud, because then I'm like, who the fuck y'all think y'all at? And it's not the...
I think the whole Black Power couple thing is like, I think it's a thing now. It's like a trending thing, so I don't think people would look at it in that kind of way.
Good.
At all. What else are you supposed to call yourself? Like, if you don't believe it, why would anybody else?
I believe. No, I don't. But yes, I do believe. So I have all these crazy branding ideas that I want to do. But I want to...
Last thing I'm going to say about this fellowship program, because I'm so serious about it. Now's a good time, like after selection, people are a little bit more humble. is a good time to kind of get the ball rolling while this presidential election, all this money, because you know it's going to be billions of dollars coming out. If you can get some support financially to go ahead and get it started.
Then they're gonna be like, that nigga sold out. He gets some money from the people.
Everybody, come on, we ain't worried about none of that. That's the perfect time to go ahead and be like, yo,
Okay,
we
I'll
have a
think about it.
movement going.
We got a movement, y'all want to come in.
You care about black people, show us you support, black people learning more about politics.
Ooh.
You want the black vote, show us that you know.
Look at that's Mary J. Blige. First time we ever heard of Mary J. Blige. Y'all didn't know that was Mary J. Blige singing background for Father MC. I will do for you. Go on, Mary. You are tuned in to Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Sitting in with me is Miss Jasmine Turner. Now, Jasmine, you taking the day off tomorrow, and then you'll be back on Thursday.
Friday, exactly.
All right, so, Jasmine, you know what? We've been talking about a lot. Let me ask you a question. First of all, it's pretty cool talking to Brenda Allen. She is the president of Lincoln University, the oldest HBCU in the country. Jasmine, I think that... So I was having this conversation.
What conversation?
This conversation about when do black people do the best? And one of the things that I've always learned in being able to affect change is to go where most of the black people are not. Because when you go to the place where all the black people are, the black people out there trying to tell you everybody's competing to be the black person. Right. So usually when you go where the black people are not and there's not a lot of space, your voice is heard a lot louder. All the black people are in the Democratic Party.
We got a few stand out.
Right. You saw Tony Preckwinkle called Willie Wilson out yesterday for being a Republican.
But I loved his answer to that.
He said, love.
That's how it should be.
Love. But Polly got a number. Got a Democrat guy got it.
All right.
Let me tell you. But I want to say in Mississippi, all white, Willie Wilson basically.
He shouldn't even mention that he ran for president.
I think though, can I tell you something? I think that they haven't packaged it well. But I think that if Willie Wilson talked about all the money that he's given Democratic people over the years around the country, etc., right, and then talked about how he was clearly played at the highest levels of the Democratic Party, I think there's a story there, and it should have told black people a lot. Right? But again,
that could be a part of your production.
See, I'm not. See, you keep talking about this production. Then it's gonna be watch. I bet you by the time we get off this show, there will be 4 people going live. Somebody will have made 6 memes talking about something. Let me tell you about Mays and Bolingbrook. And then, you know what?
That's gonna happen though. Like the one thing that I've learned is the more exposure, the more haters you're gonna have. One thing I looked at was like, and I'll say this quick, the Kardashians. Have you ever read their comments?
No, I don't even know who the Kardashians. If it wasn't for TV,
well, look, Kardashians are very successful based on social media, right? But there are people talking about their kids, their mama, them, everybody. And the reality is, when you got millions of people looking at you, a few thousand of them are going to say some outlandish stuff, right? And so the more you grow, you just going to have to accept that that's part of the process and just ignore it. Because it ain't going nowhere. It's going to be there.
I'm sensitive about my...
You can't be sensitive.
I'm sensitive. You know, I'm in touch with my less masculine side.
What is good about
Nah, I should. I'll tell you what, get it in your mouth if you want to. All right, look, hey y'all, it's been a good show. I really want you all to really start to think about. We have like literally a week.
For the runoff, then we gotta.
And then we got to do another month for the runoff. But we got a week until we whittle this thing down to 2 people. What I would love to see is that there are 2 people and they have to compete for the black vote. That feel they have to compete for the black vote. I was talking about going where black people are not because when I was talking to you about my friend pointing out to me that we have 12 of the top spots in the city government, and you said the right people. That's one thing or another. I think the right people are on us. We have to stop letting white people pick. They say the spot is black, who you got. We say who goes in the spot. We haven't really adapted to that. No, we didn't. The elected officials did. And the elected officials have to start being responsive to us. Now, but again, I think also the millennials hijacked the conversation. So the millennials were looking at a different set of values as compared to probably some of the other people who were less vocal, didn't know how to use social media. But I want to make sure that we are 100% clear, black folks, that we have to get something out of this election cycle. And I want black issues brought to the forefront. I want somebody, and to this point, I've heard no one that has come up with a black plan. And I'm gonna tell you the people.
This morning on the show.
Who?
You and I.
Oh, right. And think about this though. Right now, my concern with Toni Preckwinkle, besides, is that we've never seen her show up for black folks. And so, really, with her 100% being supported by SEIU and the teachers, who are the black people that she will pick? And who are the people that she will pick to go to the top? Who are the people that all of these people will pick? Who feels like they need black people to be successful? And that's where we need to be. And we need to start asking, what's our cut? Right. Because no, I mean like now. Like before you vote, like, because I look, all y'all gonna be taking selfies. Look, we're gonna see a bunch of signs this weekend, but what essentially is in it for the black people in this mayoral election? Look, y'all, when you hear that line, that means it's time for me to go because I probably done stepped on some toes, bit a few noses off, but it's all good because that's what we do here on the WVON Morning Show. So, for Annette Flournoy in the newsroom, Miss Sonia Escobar, the music conductor of the Soul Plane. That's right, y'all. For Sonia, that's right, Sonia Tompkins, Black Sonia. You know I'm claiming her now, right? That's me. That's me. That's the morning show producer now. All right, and gotta say what's up to Miss Jasmine Turner, who will be back with us on Thursday. For all of y'all, that's right, I said it. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. May said, we out of here. Peace. All right, y'all. We are out of here. Hey. Oh, I do have poli-sci, but I don't know how I'm doing it because my son has a playoff game tonight. So I may record it and then I may record it early and then play it back for you all, huh?
In the watch party? Yeah,
something like that. It'll be there though. You'll have it tonight. You will have it tonight. Tonight.
So, she, the writer of the article that you wanted, she says during that time she had to
take care of babies.
Yeah. Okay. So, one of the people that did not get a contract was CTA.
Did not get a contract for what?
Extend